Hi guys, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing the Harley Quinn comics from 2013 on. These are part of the New 52, and they're DC Comics. The art and writing in these comics is by Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Chad Hardin. Chad Hardin. I will put those names down below as always, so you guys can see them spelled out properly. But these comics follow Harley Quinn, who is one of the villains in the Batman series. She is the Joker's girlfriend, and she used to be a psychiatrist in the Arkham Asylum when Joker was locked up there. And in the process of treating him, she falls in love with him and becomes super crazy obsessed with the Joker. She helps bust him out, and he uses her for like submissions. And I haven't read all the Batman comics, so I don't know exactly which ones and like all that stuff. But basically, he betrays her and leaves her for dead, and she thinks the Joker's dead, but she's still like obsessed with him. And you see like people dressed up as the Joker at Comic-Con, and she's like, Mr. J, and it's totally like she still loves him and is obsessed with him. But these comics are her trying to like figure out her life on her own without him. So these volumes are Volume 1, Hot in the City, Volume 2, Power Outage, and Volume 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Stab. And I got Volume 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Stab from Goodreads as part of a giveaway. So disclosure on the fact that I got this one for free. So in these comics, she inherits a apartment building from one of her former clients. So this building has a museum at the bottom, which is like a wax museum dedicated to murder and mayhem and villainy, and it's totally up Harley's like street. And there is a freak show in here and one of the other places, and a burlesque downstairs. So totally up Harley's street. Like that's within keeping within her character, and they are a perfect fit for her. The second floor of this apartment building is all the residents, mostly people who work in the shows down below. And then she has this third floor, which she turns into an animal sanctuary. And then the fourth floor is her loft and apartment. And then they have this really cool roof, like flat roof, where they can just hang out and chill in the sun and stuff. To keep the apartment building, Harley has to get two jobs. One of them is working as a psychiatrist in a nursing home, and the other one is part of a roller derby team, and she joins a skate club. And it is just so cool to see these kind of two parts of her personality. So one of them is as Dr. Harleen Quinzel, who is this very professional looking psychiatrist, and Harley sucks it up and like acts normal to fulfill the job expectations and to keep this job. But she still sees the world kind of strange and skewed because she's Harley Quinn, and she doesn't always have the most normal ways of treating her patients. So like one of her patients is a ex spy who's a cyborg, and she like helps him get revenge on people that he used to fight before. And another one of her patients, like nobody comes to visit her, and she goes to teach their family a lesson, like come visit your aging mother and stuff. And I love that Harley just kind of takes control and goes with it. She also has like crazy, insane ways of doing things and thinks differently, and is not above murder and chaos and hitting people with hammers and violence, and just takes control. It's awesome. I just love her craziness, which is very useful as being a roller derbyist, like to just like be that brutal. And so she makes friends with the other people on her team and are like hangs out with them. Like they see the world kind of the same way she does. She also becomes friends with her residents, like the people who work in the sideshow and the wax museum. And Harley is kind of not completely always the villain. Like her ways of doing things are weird, but she has a soft spot for animals and like protecting animals and saving them. And people who mistreat animals, you better watch out for Harley Quinn, because she will come after you with a hammer. And on the other side, though, if somebody is sweet to an animal, she's like super automatically like best friends with them. We also get to see Poison Ivy in these comics. She is Harley Quinn's best friend and sometimes love interest. They have this relationship where they kind of hook up, but it's not exclusive, and so we see Harley like chasing after other guys. In volume 2, we get to see this future comics where she meets the Joker again and what happens when they meet up and she's still like, oh, I love you, and he's still like using her. But it's still great to see them together because Harley's so obsessed with him. Like, that's what she wants. She also teams up with Power Girl and becomes a superhero for a few of these, which is cool. So she actually does become one of the good guys, or like tries to be, with Harley's still crazy way of doing things. My favorite story in this, the third one, is she goes on a date with Bruce Wayne. Like, he is being auctioned off as part of a bachelor auction to raise money for an animal protective agency. And so Harley, first off, how she tries to get the money to win this, because it's Bruce Wayne and everybody wants to go on a date with him. And second, what happens when they do. And she and Bruce Wayne both have these like visions of what their futures would be like together. And Harley doesn't know Bruce Wayne is Batman, but Batman knows who she is, so it's crazy, like their futures, they're imagining futures together and how they how that works out. She also tries to make a team of Harley Quinns to like help her, like she's getting overloaded with her work and tries to recruit a team, like a group of Harleys to help her, and it's crazy. And I can't wait to see kind of what happens with that story. But I love Harley Quinn as a character. She is this chaotic bundle of fun and how she thinks things through, and it's different. She's not completely the evil. She's not trying to take over the world. She's just sees things differently, and I like that kind of. Those kind of stories are cool. It's not a standard superhero story. Yeah, this is a very tongue-in-cheek series. The very first comic is like completely breaks the fourth wall, and there's an excellent use of like guest artists as they try to set the tone for this comic by exploring all the things that Harley is not. And Harley breaks, like I said, breaks the fourth wall and like is like, guys, this isn't working for me, and it's great. Definitely a comedic comic. So I totally recommend Harley Quinn if you like that deranged sense of humor that I have. Yeah. Peace out. I love you guys and keep reading. Bye.